2A. We will watch the countdown closely. As we get close, try and give you a countdown over the last 5 seconds. For those of you along the shoreline who would like to set a watch, we will mimic the count from the H1 Unlimited referees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 5 minutes. 5 minutes until the start of our Heat 2A. That is the 5-minute mark. Boats can now release from the pit area and come out on the race course. And once again, here is who will be racing in our Heat 2A. J. Michael Kelly in the bright red Beacon Electric. That is the U8. He'll be joined by Jamie Nielsen driving the Legend Yacht Transport presented by the Old Cannery Furniture Warehouse. It is chartreuse and royal blue, trimmed in red. It is boat number 11. Then it's blue and yellow. Dustin Eccles in the U40, the flavor pack, and going to be joined by the black, gold, and white Goodman Real Estate, driven by Andrew Tate. The U91, a lot of speed in this one. Should be a good one. We're coming up on 4 minutes until the start of our Heat 2A, and Seafair reminds you that for your own safety and the safety of those around you, everyone must be out of the water when the hydros are on the Ted Jones race course. So now it's time to get out of the water and enjoy the world's fastest race boats. J. Michael Kelly cuts the course from back to front. Illegal maneuver. There's another cut right there, John. He jumped right back over to the backstretch again. Illegal maneuver by J. Michael Kelly.
Yeah, I think JMK is looking over there and he sees Jamie coming up on the inside lane, and Jamie's been really good at getting that inside lane and making great starts. So I think J. Michael knows he needs to have the inside lane here in order to win, and so he's not going to let Jamie get too far ahead there. I think he's just going to pace him here, and you'll see a real battle there.
Down to the lower end of the race course, Dustin Eccles driving the flavor pack, and boy, did he go deep into that lower corner. Watching the clock, everybody is. Remember, for those of you who are new or may not remember from this morning, the lanes are not assigned when they leave the pit area. They are fighting for those lanes, and this is what we call the milling period. John Walter, sometimes referred to as the race before the race.
It definitely is the race before the race, and like I say, I think that you're seeing one going on here right now with Jamie Nielsen and J. Michael Kelly. J. Michael's working real hard to move over and take that inside lane. He's just kind of pacing him behind there, and now you see Dustin, cutting across the infield here, looking to get into the hunt for that inside lane as well. So right now they're all in really good shape. Like we talked about in the earlier heats, you want to be about the apex to the exit pin or the first turn there when the 1 minute gun goes off, and then you can cruise down the back straightaway, and it's only about a 7-second run from the exit pin to the starting line.
And you were talking about J. Michael Kelly and Dustin Eccles maybe trying to find a way inside of Jamie Nielsen. Meanwhile, radio personnel to Jamie Nielsen are saying, don't move, don't, oh, look at this, look at Andrew Tate. He's going to jump over to the backstretch. Now, Andrew does not have a right-of-way here. He's got to be careful, and J. Michael Kelly went right through the rooster tail of Andrew Tate, and I'm telling you right now, the officials are going to take a look at that one. The boat that is on the straightaway has the right-of-way. J. Michael Kelly had the right-of-way there, and it is going to be a question about Andrew Tate. A boat entering the course from the infield does not have the right-of-way. I'm sure the officials are going to take a look at that. We'll call them the way they are on the water. And at the top end of the race course, it is Jamie Nielsen. He is right now in lane number 1. Kelly is in 2. It is Andrew Tate in lane number 3. Watch him come off the top end of the race course. But we're still a minute 30, still a minute 35, John, until our start. So they got to go all the way down and around again.
Yeah, they're going to cruise down here, staying above that 80-mile-per-hour minimum, trying to establish and hold these lanes. Like I say, if they can get down to the first turn here about the apex when the 1 minute gun goes off, they'll be in great shape. You'll see them accelerate and start up the turn. Now, they can still change lanes until they get to the score-up buoy here, which is the entrance pin of the second turn.
Up at the top end of the race course by the floating bridge. So you've called it about 1 minute. They want to be down at the apex of the lower corner. That's where they are right now with 2-1 mark, 1 minute. And it is Jamie Nielsen sitting in lane number 1. He is in the Legend Yacht Transport. Then it is J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric. That's the red boat in lane 2. Coming up behind them is the predominantly white boat, the Goodman Real Estate, with Andrew Tate. And it looks like making a charge on the outside is going to be Dustin Eccles in the U40, the flavor pack, 37 seconds, John, as they go up the backstretch.
Yeah, they're all in pretty good shape right here. Actually, you know, from J. Michael K back, they're in excellent shape, and you can see they're going to start accelerating, getting after the power here. They're going to have a little bit of a speed advantage by the time they get to Jamie up there, but he's still in control of this field right now.
Jamie Nielsen is in 1. Kelly is in 2. Tate is in 3. Eccles is on the outside. They are at the exit pin of the corner at 11 seconds. So they're going to have to hold back here just a little bit. We are inside 10 seconds. Now they start to come up on the power curve. Going to be a pretty start. We are 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 mark, and we are racing in Heat 2A. The start appeared to be good, but we'll monitor the radio, and it is going to be Andrew Tate and J. Michael Kelly that are going to get down here first, and they are literally side by side. But once again, Jamie Nielsen with the lane position on the outside. They're going to come off the corner 3 wide. The start is under review. We'll keep an ear to the radio. Look at them, 3 wide down the backstretch. And now J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric starts to move out a little bit on Jamie Nielsen, but he's bringing Andrew Tate with him. The two of them are tied together as they get to the top end of the race course and enter into turn number 2. Nielsen with the lane position on the inside, but boy, John, we got a barn burner on the outside.
Yeah, we absolutely do, and Jamie's got the inside lane, but he's really having to watch himself as the other two boats have got overlap now, and they're starting to put the pinch on him, hoping he'll have to back off the throttle, and then they'll give them a clear advantage to move over to that inside lane.
One lap in the books with 2 more to go. It was J. Michael Kelly by about a boat length and a half, but now Tate has closed that up. He's basically pulled up alongside Mike. The two of them are going to come off the lower corner virtually side by side. Looks like one boat, but now we see a little bit of white. We can see Andrew Tate, Goodman Real Estate, Beacon Electric tied together up the backstretch, and watch on the outside. Dustin Eccles in the flavor pack. He's not being lost. He was in 4th place. He has now moved past Jamie Nielsen as they get to the top end of the race course. Dustin Eccles driving a mighty big race course, but our leaders still tied together as they come down to put 2 in the books, John.
Yeah, as they come down this straightaway here, J. Michael Kelly's got the catbird seat. He's, you know, the inside lane, even though he's not in lane number 1, but he's able to, you know, keep Andrew on his hip right there and really control the race course. The boat is accelerating good. They got great boat ride.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Andrew Tate really flew the 91 as he got down to the corner. Kelly's going to come out first. Now he's opened up a little bit of water on Andrew Tate, making about 4 or 5 boat lengths. I'm telling you, Dustin Eccles not going away in 3rd, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to run down Andrew Tate. J. Michael Kelly, you heard John Walter say he is in the catbird seat. He's sitting on an inside lane. He's just got to negotiate this north turn, come through clean, come down, and he will pick up a checkered flag and an apparent 400 big points, and that's going to be huge in the national high point standings. We'll get to that later. Here they come, top of the course, come down to put 3 up and 3 down. Checkered flag flies. It is J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric. He will finish first. Andrew Tate will come across in 2nd place. A hard-charging Dustin Eccles will come across in the U40, the flavor pack. And Jamie Nielsen, he will come down and finish in 4th place. He had that lane on the inside, but boy, it didn't take long for Kelly and Tate to move out on him. And like you say, then it got tight in there for Jamie, and they were holding him on that inside lane, and it's just tough to do.
It is tough to do, and even Dustin, you know, he appears to have top end on everybody here, but boy, this is a big race course, and if you're on lane 3 or 4 like that, with only 3 laps to accomplish it in, it's difficult to drive by him. And typically, when you've got top end on everybody, you don't have the bottom end, and you don't accelerate as well. And on this big, wide race course, that's really what you want, is the bottom end. You want to be able to get through the turns well, just squirt off that exit pin, and pull hard all the way to the next turn. And I think Dustin maybe has a little more gear, or maybe just a little bigger propeller than he needs right now, and they'll make some changes. They'll be better.
And we want to remind all of our fans that these results are unofficial. That's the way they finished on the water, but we still may have some questions about what happened on the water. And John, if you look down into your right in front of Ms. Meredith right there, you're going to see the driver's rep has been asked to come to the 8. That would be J. Michael Kelly. They have requested the driver's rep. I'm going to let you explain kind of how that works and what that all means, but I have to think that has something to do with that incident with Andrew Tate before we went racing.
You bet, and absolutely, that's exactly what that means. And the drivers amongst themselves, they will elect a driver